Hey, I just want to share something with y'all real quick. Yesterday, I was sitting in a cafeteria here in Colombia, drinking Colombian coffee and eating cheesecake with a local who I literally just met a few minutes, about 5 minutes before sitting down at the table. And during our conversation, yes, which was all in Spanish, I shared something that I noticed every time that I visit a different part of Latin America. It seems like in the United States, things feel rushed. People seem busy. Everyone has somewhere to be. But yet, if I'm honest, I have been living on my street for the last 10 years and I still only know a few people. But here, whenever I visit Latin America, things feel completely different. People take time for people. But whatever they say on television about these countries, I haven't seen that side of countries, and I spend 2 and 3 weeks per city. From conversations in the park to the waiters in the restaurant to staff at my hotel, people genuinely want to know about me. They ask me about my stories. They share their stories with me. They ask why I'm learning Spanish. They encourage me. They correct me. They connect with me. And also they help me improve every single day. Just yesterday, I went to my favorite restaurant here, and the restaurant manager came to sit down at my table when I was studying Spanish from a notebook. He reviewed the words with me. He quizzed me on the words. He answered my questions. He encouraged me, not because he wanted something from me or a bigger tip. He actually sent free food and drinks to the table to accompany me as I was learning. But he did all of that because he genuinely wanted to help me achieve my goal. Even now that I'm in Colombia, here at my hotel, the staff regularly stop me, engage in meaningful conversations with me. They practice with me. I know their names. I never had a hotel where I know everyone's name. They know my story. I know their story. I've noticed the same thing whenever I go to churches and community functions. It seems like back at home, whenever you visit churches, you get a quick handshake. They say, thank you for coming. And they just move along with their life. But literally here, and when I was in Lima, when I was in Mexico, people actually invite me to stay after service. They want to break bread with me. They invite me out with their families to restaurants to continue the conversations. They share their stories. They listen to mine. We exchange phone numbers, and many of those relationships, even long after I returned back to the United States, that we still continue those. What began as a simple invitation often turns into genuine friendships. Like I tell people, a lot of times my best friends live outside of the United States. In fact, even during this trip, I was invited to attend a wedding from somebody I just met minutes before. Think about that for a moment. We were complete strangers, but yet they welcomed me into one of the most important parts of their life to experience that with them. And experiences like these make me know that hospitality is more than being friendly. It's about opening your life to other people. I also spent time volunteering in food banks and was very meaningful. People, even there, they were so excited. They were happy. They were talking. And I was able to have the privilege to serve alongside the local community. And experiences like these, y'all, they remind me that people everywhere want the same thing. They want connection. They want dignity, friendship, and a sense of belonging. And one reason I love travel, especially to these type of countries, is because it challenges assumptions. It replaces stereotypes with real people and real experiences. It's hard to hold on to ignorance, prejudice, and also fear when you have shared meals with people, shared the conversations and the friendships, and you actually hear and understand people's background. You can read about culture in a book, but there's something far more powerful whenever you sit at the table with it. It's another thing to laugh with people, to hear their stories, to celebrate their milestones, and to serve along with them, and just to be welcomed by them. Because just to be honest with y'all real quick, And I'm not saying this in a boastful way, but looking at the cost of living index of a lot of the countries that I go to, that sometimes I make more money, which is not about the money, but I make more money in a month than what some of these people make in an entire year. But whenever we go out, they still offer to cover. And a lot of times whenever I say, hey, I got it, don't worry about it, they let me know straight up, it's not the money amount, but it's the connection and the experience that they want me to have. They want to actually represent themselves and their countries well. And just think about that for a moment. That is real deep. I mean, that's just mind boggling that they will take. I mean, I literally have seen people take their last just to make sure that I have a good experience. But don't worry, I always repay the favor. Absolutely. Because back in the United States, some of y'all know I'm an introvert. You know, around people, I'm just like, But as an introvert, some of the deepest friendships that I have formed have been thousands of miles away. Every trip reminds me that community isn't about living near people. It's about actually taking the time to truly get to know them. The world feels a lot smaller when you actually take time out and begin to just know the stranger, just to experience their culture, I mean, y'all, it has really been the last 3 years of getting on a plane, going solo, not knowing anyone in these countries, but leave these countries with deep friendships that last for years. It's very powerful. So I know I have been talking for a while, but I really literally woke up this morning with this on my mind. So just wanted to share it with y'all. I don't really share like this, but yeah. So that's my experience.